Hello, Gurpreet.
Hello, Josh. Hello.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thanks for having this conversation with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, today I'd like to talk about what is known in the psychology world as shadow work, which is you don't use those words, but you basically lead us and guide us to sort of face the darker parts of ourselves that we're hiding. So, just a quick example for anybody who's watching this who doesn't know what that means. I'll use myself as an example.
Mhm.
I consider myself, or try to convince myself and other people that I'm always kind, generous, loving. I never get mad at anybody. I'm not self centered. I'm generous and thoughtful. All the qualities that people admire. I try to emulate those things subconsciously. I'm not even aware that I'm doing it. I just try to be good.
Mhm.
My shadow is all the things that are opposite of that, that I have, that a part of me feels and wants, but I don't like to admit it to myself, and I definitely don't like to show it to other people. The greedy part, the selfish part, the violent part, the angry part, the completely self-centered part, the insensitive part, the part that doesn't care about anybody but myself, all the stuff that we're ashamed, but we all have those parts in us. Not everybody's aware of that, but everybody has a shadow part. And so what you do really beautifully is you lovingly encourage us to face that shadow part. And so one of the things that you've told us for so many years is that the more we face our own darkness, the more it opens up the channel to embrace our light. And so I recently have had an experience myself where I saw my sexual shadow, dark sexual energy, dark sexual images. And it goes against the nice guy image that I've always had for myself. And it was scary when I first faced it until I realized it's nothing, it's just illusion. And the more I opened up into it, amazingly, just like you told me for so many years, the more I opened up into loving the inner feminine divine quality inside myself. And I've never felt more loving of femininity, both inside myself and outside myself, than I do right now. And it's because I had the courage finally to face this darkness. So I just want to express gratitude to you and say thank you for so gently and lovingly encouraging me to not look away. Because it's weird when you're facing your shadow because you've hid it from yourself for so long, you think that's you. And you're terrified that it's true. I really think everybody's terrified that the darkest parts of themselves are the most real parts of themselves. Like, that's me, I'm a demon. No, you're not a demon. You've just been hiding these feelings, and when you hide them in the closet, they get louder and louder, and so they seem more real than you. But if you have the courage to open the door and face them, you see that they're nothing. And your patience and gentle approach has really helped me have courage to face that. So since I've opened up in that sexuality, and now I see the benefits of doing so, I just wanted to ask you to just spend a few minutes just talking about how important it is for us to face the things that we fear the most. Because if we don't, we're trapped.
Yes, it's like a first is like it's your own openness to, it's your own willingness to open regardless what is costing you. It's like otherwise we are keep staying in the same way, staying covered, staying looking for solution, but secretly, but it's not helping us. And so the first is your own openness. And the second is without these parts to open up within us or to us, it's the most important parts. It's like, you know how you hear like people are looking for light,
Mm-hmm.
enlightenment. It's like even one person is enlightened and his dark side is not visible to the person, and that light or the enlightenment is a useless enlightenment because you still carrying whatever you're carrying, right? So this way we, if we don't want to face it, we just go on and on and on. It's like because what we are carrying is like our, it's like a baggage we're carrying, right? So if we are carrying the baggage is the one is is driving us. As we thinking, okay, whatever we are achieving, that is driving us. It's not, right? Whatever is the heavy part in us, that is the part has the most valuable understanding of ourself, valuable understanding, and the valuable light. That light, we don't feel or experience the light, but you know, as a beingness, there is a light in you now. It's like it's no longer that hidden agenda. It's no longer something is in your background is driving you, even in a name of the sexuality.
That's really beautifully said. Yeah, and you said many times that when you're open and you're in that light of awareness, it doesn't always feel good because you're confronting the stuff that you've hidden from yourself. So, this idea that openness and enlightenment is like, ah, I'm full of love, there's no darkness. It's kind of a fairy tale a little bit, the way you talk about it. Like,
Yeah,
it's not what it
yeah,
is.
yeah. It's like I encourage people to be in the reality and face the reality. Facing the reality is not like you want something. Because when you want something, you're never gonna face the reality of yourself, right? It's like when we don't want to face it, it's like it's not gonna go anywhere. We don't progress. And our soul comes here to progress. Soul is not here to be enlightened. It's here to progress.
Wow, that was really beautiful and really heavy, what you just said. We're not here. Can you say that again? That's
For
really
the
important.
enlightenment, we are here to progress.
There's so much humility in that.
Because if we here to progress, it's more is about to be pure. And
Wow.
from years, I was saying this is all about purity of the heart. To be pure means we are matching the higher.
And the higher is impersonal, so it doesn't mind, so we can't mind.
Yeah. So just see that we don't even understand the purity because if we want to be pure, then we have to face our dark sides.
Yeah, if we're wanting to be pure, we're already off, even if we're wanting it because we have preference, and then we're not going to open up in our darkness.
Yeah, yeah. As you said in the beginning, it's like according to even the people, the person you are as a Josh is a kind, is a gentle, is a, lovely and all that. But you know your reality,
Yeah.
you know. So
Yeah.
then if you know your reality, then you don't be impressed by that kind of personality even you have adopted years ago. So
Yeah.
that helps you to or encourage you to face what is there you don't want to face.
Wow. The other thing that encourages me to face what I want to face is the way you encourage me to embrace the divine feminine in myself and to make everything about her.
Yeah.
Like to almost give my heart to her. I almost see myself on one knee proposing marriage to her. It sounds kind of funny, but it's almost like I'm making her my queen.
Yes.
And she kisses everything, and she has no problem with my dark parts. She loves me unconditionally, and the more I relate to her, the more it's easy for me to face myself. And it's one of the most inspiring things that's sort of been transforming inside me over the past few months is that I'm able much better now to look at these things that I called horrible and say, first of all, that's not all me. Second of all, it is in there. I acknowledge that. But third of all, it's not the big deal. And it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is this love.
Yes. It's like more we expose our darker sides, it's like the moment we're exposing it, the darker side, it's a terrifying. It's a really terrifying to the person. Person never felt that kind of terror before. So that's why it's like person needs a little support system, like it needs somebody to encourage. It's just so okay. It's not bad. It's okay to be open regardless how you feel. In the midst of the person is opening the darker side. So more the person is opening, and then it's like the darkness is being revealed. It's like it's returning into its own beingness. Before it was a suppressed. And as it begins to return into its own beingness, in a reality, it's returning into its own light. Right?
Yeah.
So more is returning into its own light, and the real kind of healing within us is happening already. And person is capable to relate with the love which is much higher than personal, like according to the previous personality, like that's familiar Josh kind of personality.
Yeah.
That is like a love and hate relationship. But when you open your interior, your dark sides, and then you begin to relate, there is something higher than this personal love.
Yeah, that's so well said. And I can't even express it in the right words, but somehow facing that dark energy inside myself from this love, it's still there, but it's meaningless. And the crazy thing is, it's just as dark, and it's not dark at all anymore. It just is there. It's lost so much of its power. It doesn't mean that much to me. I'm not blind to it. I'm not, oh, it's gone now. It doesn't even need to be gone because there's so much space in me for all of it. And that's
Exactly.
like the miracle of it. It's just a miracle.
This is the most meaningful thing you just said. You said it does not need to go away. Because
Yeah.
we always want something to go away. It's like even the darkness, the reality, my hidden realities. If we always want it to go away, then how are we gonna earn more purity?
Wow. So you need the dark. The purity needs something to purify. Almost is what you're saying.
Yes, yes, yes,
Like if there's no mud, there's no lotus flower, kind of.
yes, 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 yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, mhm, yeah. So more we open and more we are entering into the deeper possibilities which still exist in us. And there is a level after level. We can move with them and then be able to understand what we actually are.
And that's interesting. I want to ask you about that because you said something just a minute ago that you say very often when you're speaking to us about the deeper levels.
Mm.
I have the feeling that the deeper levels are often even darker. Is that always true or is that not always true?
It's always like that. It's always like that means it's a deeper means I'm not conscious of it. It's been hidden from me.
But could something deeper be loving, be beautiful, or are the things you're hiding from yourself always the stuff you're ashamed of? The dark stuff, the evil stuff? I don't know what the right word is.
It's like anything is hidden from us. First is we are scared of. If we have a negativity on top of it, and then we begin to call it demons, right? So 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 it's according to individual being, like how you open. Like if you are negative about your even fear, for example, you're negative about it. If you have a if you have a feelings which is not according to you, you're negative about it, right? So then you're going to create the negativity around everything, whatever there is, it's not in your vision yet.
And you create the
And this
shame
is
and
it's like this is how we call it. It's like we call it demons, right? Means unseen, something unseen, and my mind is thinking and creating its own ways that is something like that. But in
sometimes you,
reality, it's not.
sometimes you say entity.
Yes, yes, because we created like it. We
Yeah, we almost make
created
it
like an entity.
like a different thing, that like this thing inside us that it's like this thing that's invaded us. We create so much distance. We think it's a different thing than us because we're
Yes,
just trying to get away from it any way that we can. It's like it's not me. It's in me, but it's not me. We justify, and we just create so much pain by rejecting it.
yeah. It's like whatever we create the wall from, right? So we created the wall and then we forgot it that I have created the wall, right? It's
Yeah,
like I don't
yeah,
remember when I created it.
yeah.
But then I always in my mind is keep on thinking and believing something bad is behind the wall. And the negative the person is, the darker that behind the wall is.
You're really describing what my experience was before I opened to it.
Yes.
After I opened to it, it was wildly different. But before I opened to it, it was exactly like that. It was like the boogeyman under the bed, like the monster in the closet. I can't open this door. I got a lock on the door, and there's steel reinforcements on the door. Nobody can open the door. So much
Yeah.
protection.
Yeah. Yeah. So So it's not about the dark side or unconscious side of ours, it's a bad side,
Yeah.
like how we perceive it.
Right.
So if I'm so open from my heart to be open, and then I always, even from my side, opening toward whatever adverse I can imagine, I'm already open to it. Then it's not a worse thing. You still feel negative energies, you still feel vulnerabilities, and you still feel something like a like you can't get out of it kind of state. You still feel it here and there, but in the midst of it, this is where the possibilities are.
That's really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, because I think one of the, I mean, shadow work's always scary for everybody, but I think one of the most taboo topics is sexuality, which was one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you about it. So I figured I'd get a little more specific about that particular aspect of the shadow and ask you a few pointed questions. First of all, I know that everybody's different and everybody has different aspects of different shadows and their ego and their person, as you like to call it. But can you say something in general about male sexuality and female sexuality? Are they the same? Are they generally different? How do they relate to each other? Are there misunderstandings? Like, just speak a little bit about that so anybody watching can sort of relate with their own experience and their own feelings a little bit. I think that would be helpful.
Hmm. It's like it's a the sex and sexuality is very kind of hidden from us as a society. Because even the moment we use the word sex or sexuality, it's like a not good feeling kind of topic. But the sex and sexuality is in us as a human being, and also it's in the nature. So what is in us originally, we cannot deny it. So in feminine, the sexuality is a more little subtle, more quieter side, but it's not always the case. But if we are just simply talking about the male and female, and then according to that, yes, in the female there is a sexuality, but it's more like a compound. It's like it's not all everywhere kind of sexuality. So
Okay.
in the male is a sexuality is a more stronger, powerful, and because in the male is it's like we call it like a more like a dominant figure kind of toward the female kind of way. So
Okay.
the sexuality is the same way. It's like a power. It's like a male power as a sexuality. So if the male is a more connected with the more angry person, and the sexuality is a connected with because it's a little power as a male, right? So the in the male is a sexuality is a much more powerful than female.
Okay.
And and because it's a powerful, it's not dominating to the female, it's a dominating, it can be dominating itself to the male itself too,
Yeah, for sure. Because
because
if
it's a power, right?
you're ruled by that force, that power.
Yes, yes, yes,
You can be a slave to it. I mean, there's men and women who are they have sex addiction. It's literally called
yes,
sex addiction. They need therapy for it because they can't. It controls them. It's like drug addiction.
yes. Because it's like the hidden it is from us, or more the person is like giving power to it, even giving power to its own sexuality, and then it's just all on and on. It's just out of hand, and it becomes uglier that way. It's too personal, too uglier, and too involved in a male or even in a female because it's a personal fuel into it. So if we really want to be awakened through same power, whether it's in the male or whether it's in the female, in the if we want to be awakened, then we need to turn our face toward ourselves, turn the face toward our own sexuality and its own agendas,
And
own belief system.
this is the darkness that we were talking
Yes,
about.
yeah, yeah. It can be small issues to begin with. It's like sometimes the people are carrying like a childhood traumas, anxieties. It's like if the person is a more soft nature and it's the sexuality can be dominating to the person more even. So whether it's a male or female, but if the both are more bombarded with their own personal agendas about the sexuality, and then sexuality is more crooked. If the sexuality is a crooked, this is the main power in the male and the female, and then the whole system becomes a crooked.
Yeah, and for some reason, what's coming right now is you have us work on our energy centers. Some people call them
Mhm.
chakras.
Mhm.
And you talk a lot about the sexual center, which is down below. And
Mhm.
you talk about, especially in men, how we get so many images. I think that's why so many men are addicted to watching pornography because they're very visual with their sexuality. They see images and they like to see images. And so their energy center is very sort of like entwined with maybe their third eye chakra. I don't even know. You can speak on it, but there seems like the energy centers are twisted when it comes to the sexuality. It seems to me right now. Is that true? Would you say that There's something to that? Or?
I think you have explained very well. It's like a that's what I said in the male, the sexuality is more powerful and the male can't handle it. So the power, like it can go into the mind, and then the mind is bombarded with its own images, and the person is because the mind is rolling, right?
Yeah.
The thoughts are rolling, and then more the thoughts are rolling, the faster they're rolling, the person is controlled by those visions, those whatever the person have in the mind. Even you see the beautiful girl, and then it started to roll and started to can go very far. But
Yeah.
this going far is going far away from your own actual sexual center.
That's, yeah. Could you speak a little? I can sort of relate to what you're saying because when you go to the images, your ego grabs it and you start to go into this spiral, this spin. But I don't have the
Yeah,
right words for it. But the true sexuality, the pure energy of it is missed because you're grabbing it and you're squeezing it. But can you speak a little bit about that? Because the pure sexuality is so different.
exactly. So it's like any way you try to handle the sexuality, whether it can be in a female or in a male, is will be twisted because the person own self is not pure yet. It's not grounded, right? It's not mature enough yet, right? So we need so many qualities in order to be in our right orders. So even the willingness to, as I said to you, it was your willingness to be open, right? To willingness to be exposed even, and willingness to even bear with all the darkness, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's
it's
true.
not only that, it's like from years of work, like you also have earned so many other qualities as well, which you had the right ground now, right?
Okay.
Yeah. It's like further we go away from ourselves, we are disconnecting from our actual qualities, which we actually consciously need to earn.
So the very stuff that we're running the hardest away from is actually the most valuable, rich nutrition for us to digest. And
Yeah.
that's what makes us grow.
Yes. 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 We don't know how to live on our right place.
Yeah, we're almost turned in exactly the opposite direction of where we need to
Yeah,
be facing.
yeah, yeah. For example, if somebody sexuality is like is too aggressive, right? So even a young kids, they just run outward.
Yeah,
Whichever
yeah.
way they run, they're just running outward. But nobody has a direction how to turn inward. But the person is thinking if I turn inward, I'm suppressing it or I need to suppress it. So everything, more we suppress it, it becomes unhealthy. And also don't know how to be in it because it's also too much for the person to handle because it doesn't have enough maturity. It doesn't have enough ground. It doesn't have enough qualities to be.
Yeah, you're saying it really, really well. It's like we're trapped into either being controlled by it or trying to control it. It's a war of control, and there's these two forces, you and the sexuality, and you're fighting each other. I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. And there's no winning when there's fighting.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like the person always need a true guidance to be in the okayness and let own self be open.
That's the value of a teacher who's already done that and been there. Is you kind of know the way. You can show us like where we're off and no, no, go in that. It feels like the wrong direction, but go there. Trust me, I did it myself.
Yeah, it's not the wrong direction. It's like the direction person has been in that it's like a misled. It's like it's been like, for example, the sexuality in us is not the wrong thing.
Right, right, right.
right? The nature has created in us is the most beautiful, most uh, wonderful, amazing. It's like energy in us, but it's not only about energy, it's about its aliveness. And there is so much we can connect with through that energy, which is much higher in us than, anything we think and believe about ourselves.
That's really that's really beautiful, and that's a great segue into what I wanted to ask you next, because you're actually taking me there before I even ask the question, because you're talking about opening up in your sexuality and evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you about, I mean, I certainly know about unenlightened sex. I know all about that, but I don't really know much about enlightened sex.
Mm-hmm.
What is the role of sex in the enlightened being, and enlightened sex even like? I know that physically, without getting too graphic, there is arousal required for sex to occur. And usually in the body, sexual arousal means sexual desire. But you always hear that in awakened beings, there really isn't grabbing. There's no ego. There's no desire. There's impersonalness, whether you get it or whether you don't get it. So it's a little confusing, like, because sex. When you think sex, you think of desire, and when you think of awakeness, you think of no desires. So could you speak for a minute about the role of sexuality in the awakened person, or what we're sort of like looking towards or forward to as we hopefully evolve to that level at some point?
Mm-hmm. It's like more we are letting ourselves be centered in our sexuality, and more the ways I'm not open enough yet, the ways right? So the more open you are, more you letting your sexuality be revealed in your own beingness. So the sexuality is like in the very beginning, you letting your sexuality to touch your heart as it just arising, right, from your own center. So if you know it belongs to your heart, then you know it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to my heart, right? So if it belongs to my heart, it's like your head comes down a little bit. So it's not about me and I. It's not about my sexuality. It's what it belongs to the heart. It's like that moment, is not what I thought it was. It's a more pure. And from the heart, it's like you letting it move. It's just like it doesn't need to stop anywhere. It belongs to your beingness. And then more you are relaxed, more you're open in your own center. And then you constantly letting it unfold. Unfolding is like taking you out from your personal. Because you know that the levels you are still personal, if you're sincere with yourself, it's still personal in me. And then there is a much more openness is needed. And then the center constantly opening, opening, opening. More you open, it opens. And more it opens, it's taking you deeper than your personal level. This is where we're able to meet with the nature. It's in everywhere, it's in everything, but from a different level, we seeing it or we sensing it. Then we know that it wasn't about my sexuality. It wasn't about what I was thinking about sexuality. It's what is the revealing and what is helping me to reconnect is a much bigger picture, right? So it doesn't end. More I am letting it, more finer it becomes and more purer it is. Then from our feelable, from our touchable, it's just like it's a personal. It's just like it goes away from our touching parts. It's like we can't personalize it because it's all and it's much higher than I ever able to imagine. Same sexuality, what a person was suffering from.
And it now just turns into
And
beauty.
then, yeah, it turns into this actually pure love.
Wow.
If the impersonal it is, the higher it goes, it's just a simple love. It's not, there's nothing personal in it. But at the same time, there's so many different kind of understanding comes in us. Because that relation from the very personal to rising and going to the impersonal.
I want to say the words impersonal desire, but then the minute that word came, I almost wanted to replace the word desire with longing, like impersonal
Yes,
longing
yes, yes, yes.
is the true evolution of sexuality.
Yeah, it's like the soon you let it meet into your heart, it depends on how deeply you letting it touch to your heart, then you know it turns into this longing you call it.
Yeah, I touched that in one of my connections with you where I was opening and all of this stuff recently. I remember I said something to you like, it was so crazy. I was in such a higher place and I saw that I've been using the sexuality for my own selfish needs and it's not mine to play with. It's like I took it and it doesn't belong to me. And you're helping me see that even better now. It belongs to my heart and I'm using it for my own ego. And
Mhm.
that's the start of the twist.
Yeah. It's like even the lower levels or the deeper levels or the personal sexual levels, it's like as we become in the higher opening to the higher levels, it's like our even judgment begins to drop to the personal. As more the judgment drops to the personal, and then the personal and the impersonal becomes one.
Wow. The personal and the impersonal become one.
Yeah, because we still judge ourselves. We are very much uh, like a people is so easily judging ourselves. So any moment there is a personal desire about a sexuality or something, and then instant way the person judge oneself instead of be open.
Yeah.
So this way we little by little, it's like we are meeting with the personal and impersonal. It takes a while. It's not like it's gonna happen overnight, but there is a possibility in us to take everything to this to the different levels.
Yeah. It's like you say this all the time. I understand you with my heart. I don't understand with my mind, but I'm hearing you and there's a yes inside me to what you're saying. It's like there's a
Yeah,
knowingness
yeah,
that this is the higher levels, this is the direction. And I have to face everything that I'm grabbing onto and to free myself to go there. I can't, it's like you said before in this conversation, you can't not face that. To become pure, I have to face everything that I think is impure.
yes, yes, yes. So many different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I said, the self-judgment is like a it's like a constantly bugging the person
Yeah.
and again. So we we just need to open to embrace
Yeah.
that too.
Yes. And I mean, I guess I just want to ask one more sort of concrete question about this whole thing. It's very practical.
Mhm.
For anybody watching this video right now, can you speak for a few minutes about what they can do if they have a desire to purify their sexuality? I mean, you've spoken about it in many different ways, but just very directly, like if somebody's watching this, let's say, who doesn't even know you,
Mhm.
what can they do to start to open up in their sexuality, even a little bit, to see the truth of what you're saying and to sort of point themselves in a higher direction?
Like the to begin with, whichever way the person is doesn't need to change first. Whichever way the person is. It can be a worse person where the person is thinking I'm not good person about sexuality or I'm okay. Whichever way the person is, it's like a first is to be okay. Just don't try to change that first. So that relaxes you. That relaxes you into your own sexuality. More you are relaxed, the more you just need to be open and to see that how much belief system, how many fears are around it. Not necessarily to run outward that, oh, okay, I'm okay now, and to make it personal, but to stay more inward for a while to become sober into your own sexuality. I'm not saying don't have any sex or you should have a sex. All I am saying is to be open into your own sexual even desires or the sexual darkness just by not changing it first.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing. We see something and we either want to change it or push it away.
Yeah. Yeah. So more you are relaxed and then you're learning not to change, not to run away from it or push it on side. Relax. Be it's your own part. It's part of your own body. It's a part of your own feelings. It's a part of your own abilities, right? Relax into it.
Yeah.
Relax into it from your heart.
Mm.
That is the most important thing is when we are beginning to relate anything through our heart, it change. It changes us itself. Because
Mm.
our direction begins to change. Because when I want to do something, I want to change my, even if I'm suffering from the sexuality, I want to change it, right? I want to change it. In that change is a self gain. And then of course you're gonna treat your sexuality as your enemy.
Yeah.
It's not your enemy, and it's also not, you need not to identify yourself as a friend. It's like you just simply be open and relax and be sincere from your heart that you're willing to open, that you're willing to shed your beliefs about it, your negative thoughts about it. And more you are from your heart, you're willing to go deeper into your own sexuality. And of course, you have to face all this darkness. And
It's
for the male is if the male wants to really open toward the sexuality, it's the best way to really from the heart bring the feminine in. It's like a
yeah.
relate, let the feminineness touch your heart, let the feminineness touch your sexuality. Feminineness is a pure thing. It's not as a personal way.
Yeah. That helped me so much when you guided me that
Yeah,
way.
yeah. It's like a from the heart is much pure and your attention is pure. With the eye, your attention is not pure.
Yeah, you have a preference.
Yeah, because you want to change it,
Yeah.
you want to judge it, you want to be better, or you want to be whichever way you want to be. It's not a pure attention. From your heart, you know, little by little, your attention is a pure. You're not doing it for your own eye, you're doing it for, you know, it's true to you to be open from your heart.
Wow.
And we all know that so much we are suffering. Human being is suffering so much by its own misunderstandings.
Yeah.
So our misunderstandings are not big if we are open to them. We can unravel, we can undo these misunderstandings little by little from our heart. And we are capable to live from the simplicity of the heart as a human beings.
That's really beautiful. That's so beautiful. And it still blows me away. I've been with you for quite a while now, and it still blows me away that the way to get to this higher state that we all want is just to sit down in exactly what I am and not move a muscle. It just blows my mind. I'm just like, really? That's the last thing I ever would have thought was the way to purify myself, is just sit down in my guck.
Yes.
It's still, I know it's true, and it still surprises me sometimes. Like, really? Like, really? That's it?
Mhm.
It's so amazing, and yet, from the heart level, it makes so much sense because you've pushed yourself away. How can you come together as one if you're splitting yourself into pieces and pointing fingers at yourself? It's so heartbreaking on a level that we're all so hard, we're so violent with ourselves. It feels violent to face it, but in actuality, it's violent to hide it.
Yeah. Yes. Because we so much we want to change ourselves. It's like everything. We want to change this, we want to change that, we want to change ourselves. It's like we really became very violent people. Even looks like we are not.
Yeah,
Yeah. Looks
yeah,
like we are normal, kind people or, living our day. But inside we becoming more and more violent,
yeah,
unsettled, suffering.
yeah. And there's a way out. That's the beauty of your message. There's actually a way out of that suffering.
From our heart.
Yeah, not from our mind.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Really beautiful conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.